Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial for you. I'm going to try and attempt a smoky eye type look for you, as a few people have asked me to do it. And yeah, I've already applied my Embryolisse moisturiser and my Rimmel Match Perfection foundation. I just thought I'd speed the video up a little bit, and that's something you see in every video. If you're interested in seeing how I do my foundation, then watch previous videos. Other than that, if you'd like to see this look, then just keep watching. So now that I've applied my foundation, I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer to any blemishes that I have, and I'm going to blend that out with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. And I'm looking down here as well because my mirror's in front of me, so just so you know. That's why I'm not looking at the camera constantly. Next, I'm going to take my Bourjois Radiance Reveal concealer in the shade Ivory, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of that under my eyes and around my nose, on the bridge of my nose. I'm going to pop a little bit on my forehead there, and I'm just going to blend that out, again using the flat side of my Miracle Complexion Sponge. This is just going to brighten up any dark areas and highlight where you want to be highlighted. Obviously under the eyes is to get rid of the dark circles, and on the forehead and around the nose, I get particularly red around my nose, so that's why I put a bit of brightening concealer around there. Why do we all pull such funny faces when we're applying makeup? Okay, then next I'm going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the transparent shade, and I'm going to take my Real Techniques 100 brush, and I'm just going to pop that mainly in the T-zone, so across your forehead, down your nose, and a little bit on your chin, and then I'm going to pop some under my eyes just to set in that concealer that we just applied. I mean, you can obviously put the powder all over your face if that's the look you like, but obviously if you like that more natural, kind of a slight glow to your face, then just apply it in the areas where you tend to get oily, which tends to be around your nose, sometimes around your eyes, and like I say, in the T-zone. Okay, so next I'm going to take my L'Oreal Glam Bronze bronzer in the shade Capri Natural. I'm going to take that on my Real Techniques Duo Fibre Face Brush, and I'm going to pop that in the areas where I want to be a little more bronzed, so anywhere where the sun would naturally hit. So across your forehead, the top of your forehead, slightly on your cheeks a little bit, and then I like to take it on my jawbone and down my neck. Remember, if you're bronzing your face up, you want to be bronzing down your neck as well, because otherwise you're going to have a really brown face and a really white neck, which is never a great thing, is it? Let's be honest. Obviously you can go as bronzed as you want with this. Obviously everyone likes different amounts. Onto the brows, I'm going to take just any old spoolie and just brush them through, just to make sure they're all in the right place. And then I'm going to take my not Real Techniques, oh, that's the brush, not the product. I'm going to take my Tiny Bow Cosmetics Perfect Brows, and I'm going to take the shades Chestnut and Pebble, and I'm going to take them on my Real Techniques brow brush. Just going to mix them, 2 shades, and I'm just going to pop that through my brows to get rid of any more sparse areas. As you can see, I'm just taking little strokes through the brow just so that they don't look too full, because obviously the darker your eyebrows are, then the less natural they're going to look. So, and obviously if you take straight lines all the way through it, and you are almost drawing them on, whereas if you're doing the lines, you're kind of creating the effect of hairs, and they just look more natural, which is always my preferred look. Obviously everyone has different opinions when it comes to brows, I find, and that's okay. So now that your brows are done, I'm going to take the Maybelline Brow Drama in the colour medium brown, which is just a brow gel. You can pretty much get these from every brand now. It's just, this is my preferred choice. Take that through the brows just to set them in place and make sure that that product isn't going to move. You can just use the gel if your brows are quite full anyway and they're not sparse in any kind of way. You can just use a tinted brow gel, and you kind of keep that natural look, which again, if that's not the look you're going for, then obviously do whatever you want to do, but obviously I prefer natural brows, so some days I do just wear this on its own, but quite often I fill mine in just because they're a little bit sparse in some areas. Next I'm going to take my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I'm just going to pop that on my eyelids. Ooh. And I'm just going to blend that in with my finger. This is in the shade Enigma as well, just in case you were wondering. Sorry if I lean forward and go out of shot, I'm just checking that it's all blended in properly. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. I'm going to take a flat brush, any flat brush will do, and I'm actually going to take this shade here, which is called High. And I'm just going to take that all over the lid. I just think this is quite a nice base colour to work from. It's quite a natural colour. I'm then going to take my MAC 217 brush, any fluffy brush will do, and then I also have the Real Techniques 203 from their Bold Metals collection, which again is just a fluffy brush, which will do the same job. And I'm taking a little bit of that, of the shade Whiskey, this one here, and I'm just going to pop that just through the crease. Just down a tiny bit. You kind of want to be using the wind, like a windscreen wiper motion, just kind of when you open your eyes, just where your kind of eyelid ends, like your moving eyelid ends. And obviously, depending on how dramatic you want to go, you can build this colour up as well, if that's the look that you're going for. If it's not, then that's fine. Use less product. Just make sure that that's all blended out nicely as well, just so that you don't have any harsh lines going on, because that isn't what we want when it comes to makeup. So I'm then actually going to take a little bit of this black, which is called Black Market, literally the tiniest bit you can get on your brush, and I'm just going to pop that in the outer corner there. And I'm going to take it on the other side as well, just so you there. Make sure that's nice and blended out. I'm just taking a tissue to just wipe off some of that excess black shadow, just so that it makes it a little bit easier to blend out, because like I said before, we don't want any kind of harsh lines, and black is quite a difficult colour to blend anyway, so when you have excess product it makes it even more difficult. Okay, so I'm happy with how that looks and with how much colour I have, but obviously if you want to add more then just build it up. Depends how intense you want your look. If you're going to go out on a night out, then you might want to put a little bit more of the black on and a little bit more of the brown, but just play around with it. Makeup's all about how you want it to look. It's kind of your own take on your typical smoky eye or whatever, so just play around with it, kind of experiment the night before you're going to go out, and then you know what you're going to do the night up, when it actually comes to go. I'm then going to take the brush that comes in the Urban Decay palette, and I'm going to go back in with that whiskey colour, and I'm just going to pop that under my eye. I'm going to take the other end of that brush and I'm just going to blend that out. And this brush has two ends. The ends that I'm applying it with is like a pencil type brush, which you can get kind of anywhere really. A lot of the lines that do makeup brushes do tend to have a pencil brush in their collection, because it's quite a standard brush. And I was going to apply some eyeliner with this look as well, but I'm quite happy with how it looks without it, so I'm just going to go in and add mascara. So I'm going to curl my lashes with my eyelash curlers. If you haven't used eyelash curlers before, please do. They make such a difference to your eyes, and I'm not really someone who likes wearing fake eyelashes. I find them really uncomfortable, and I just think that you know they're there, whereas if you curl your lashes it lifts them and makes them look a lot fuller, and yeah, I think eyelash curlers are a really good invention, so whoever created them, well done. I'm then just taking my Maybelline The Colossal Smokey Eyes in the shade Smoky Black on the top and bottom lash line. If you get any mascara on your eyelid, just take a cotton bud and just wipe it off the lid. It might seem like a funny thing to do because it might feel like you're wiping your mascara off, but your eyeshadow off, but you're not. And if you do feel like you have, just go back over with a brush and reapply it. It won't look any different. So while I'm waiting for my first layer of mascara to dry, I'm going to take my Maybelline blush in the shade Dare to Pink, and I'm going to take that on my Real Techniques multitask brush. I've been really loving using a bigger brush for blush. I think it, I don't know, it just applies it right where you need it, or where I want it, should I say. Then I'm going to take my Revlon Photo Ready Instafix highlighting stick. I'm going to use this is the Gold Light one. I think you can get a pinkier shade one as well, but I'm going to use this as kind of a primer for my highlight. So I'm going to pop that just on my cheekbone there, and then I'm going to take my Real Techniques contour brush, which is just a small round brush, and I'm just going to blend that out. Then I'm going to take my MAC Mineral Skin Finish in the shade Lightscapade, which is a really beautiful highlight, and I'm going to take that on my Real Techniques angled highlighter brush, and I'm just going to pop that just where I popped that Revlon stick. I'm also going to take it on my brows slightly, down my nose a little bit, and just on the cupid bow. Okay, I'm then going to go back in with my mascara, but this time just on the top lashes. I'm then going to take this Barry M lip liner in the shade 17. I'm not really sure, it doesn't have a name I don't think. No, I don't think it has a name. So I'm going to take this in the shade 17, which is just a really nice pinky nudie shade. And I'm just going to take that all over the lip. Okay, and that is this look done. Obviously you can have a play around and kind of adapt it to what you like and what you think looks good. Like I said, build up the colours if you want a more intense look, tone the colours down if you want a little bit of a more natural look. But yeah, I really like this look, and obviously because of the colours you've used, you can kind of play around with the lip as well. Use like a red or a bright pink or whatever colour you want to use if you're going for a night out, or use more of a neutral pinky kind of colour, like a more natural colour on the lips, and wear this every day. Obviously it depends how much makeup you normally wear, so if you wear quite a lot normally, then just have fun. If you don't wear a lot of makeup normally, just have fun. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button down below, and let me know what you'd like to see next. Until next time, bye bye.